This video is about changing the alpha weight message, not only in terms of the icon being used, but the background and maybe other aspects you might want to choose. But for this, we're just going to center on the icon and the background for that image. So here we've got a UX component. We've said that we want to show weight messages on Ajax Callback, so that's fine. I'm going to take all the default stuff that we've got here. I'm not going to use CSS animation, which doesn't really make any difference, but in this particular case we're going to put our own GIF in, but this is the default stuff. So let's have a look at what this looks like. Just pop up. So that's my iPad, and I'm just going to refresh this. And it happens kind of quickly, so you'll have to just stop the video and just go through it slowly, but basically that's what you're going to get, and that's what you're going to get. So you get an icon that's moving and a weight message, so that's fine. Good. So we want to change that, so let's go back into our UX component, and the first thing that we can do is download a new GIF, so that's fine. That's in the forum threads. So I've downloaded a new one, and I've called it a large red weight GIF. So let's save that, and we'll do a preview of that. So that's fine, and we'll refresh the iPad. And now what we get is something that looks like that and that. So it's a nice icon, it's huge, it's great, it works, but we're still getting our weight message in there, which we don't really want. And we're also getting a background in there that we don't want. So let's go and get rid of that now. So back into our UX component. You could just take out the weight message here, although it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we could get rid of that. Weight message text goes. But what we need to do is change the nature of the information that's in there. So we're going to go to Properties, CSS, Local CSS Definition, and I'm going to drop in. Now this is not what the default alpha CSS looks like. There's an RGB stuff going on here for 0, 0, 0, something like that. Anyway, we're going to get rid of it, and we're going to make this transparent. And we're going to make it important. So this is this dot underbar A5W weight message CSS. That is what gets generated when alpha does a weight for an Ajax callback. It slides this right in here, and with its background set to dark gray or whatever it is, but we need to override it. So I probably don't need the border radius, the color, the padding, or the text shadow, although we'll just leave all that in there, since we are in fact overwriting the weight message CSS. That's what we're doing here. We're replacing alphas with our own. It's exactly the same name as alphas, but normally this wouldn't work. Now if we put this in place, let's take the important out. Let's just make it transparent. Alright. Click OK. Save that and run it. And then we'll pull up our iPad again. We'll refresh it. And so what do we get? We get the same icon as we have. The weight message is gone because we took that out ourselves, but we still get that background in there, don't we? And that's because alpha is overriding our stuff with its own. So the background is still there. So what we need to do is get back in here, And this is in place. So this goes in first, but then alpha comes in and replaces. It doesn't really replace it. It adds another one. So in effect, it's kind of doing something like this. If you can pretend that this is running, the moment we click that button, alpha drops this in place with its own black or gray background, whatever it is. And so what happens is this CSS runs first, then the alpha CSS runs, and whatever runs last takes precedence. So what we need to do, get rid of that, is we need to tell the system that this is important. That's all we need to do. If it's important, it stays. This does not get overwritten. So let's save that, run it, and then back over to the iPad. And now when we go to, now we have no background, because ours takes precedence. It's the same name as theirs, same name as Alpha's, but no background now and no wait message now. So I hope that makes sense. Thanks.